Alright, we're doing this. Hello everyone, how are you all doing? Nice to see you, welcome back. It's good to be back. Now, before I start, I need some help. What should I wear tonight? I got the Fent one. I got the proper farming simulator FS1. Or the race sim guy, one of 4 hats. So I thought we'd go for something a bit different tonight. I was thinking either the farm sim one or the Fent one. Out of a little bit of homage to where we've been. Here we go. I'm gonna go for the farm sim one. How are we all though? Good to be back. It's only going to be a bit of a short stream tonight. You saying the Fent one, Crofter? Bit of a short stream tonight. I'm still catching up on the old sleep and everything like that. It's been a long couple of days travelling and back at work for the day today, so still trying to get back into the swing of things. But decided we'd do a stream. Otherwise, there's not going to be much from me this week because I'm away all weekend. Just because, you know, I haven't been away for 2 weeks. So we are going to carry on, get some ploughing done. We never got this done last time. So we're just going to jump in, get into it. See how we go. Big field though, big field. Looking forward to getting this one cut up and opened in. But nice to have so many of you here right from the start of the stream. It's very awesome to see you all. A bit of a regular roll call. Nice to see regular faces and lots of green faces in there as well. Johnlock's been a bit too generous lately. Nice to have you all here. Welcome along. And Sindri, Popeye, Aussie Dan. Hello Mark, nice to see you. Hello to chat as well. Crofter, how you doing buddy? Good to see you and nice to meet you as well. And I've said that once before. Pity, how you doing? Good to see you. Ollie's here as well. Welcome along. Gold Gaming tuning in. Welcome, welcome. Hello Ryan, how you doing? You asked if I was back home. I am indeed back home. Oops, I need to turn on create fields or we're not going to get those bits. I arrived home yesterday morning, so I've been home about 36 hours or so now. Yeah, that'd be about right. I got home at 10 o'clock yesterday morning, so it was a long trip, but well worth it. Finnish Farmer, hello, welcome, good to see you. Hey Bo, how are you mate? Nice to have you here. Did I manage to bring the chair? No, that thing weighed a ton, as much as I would love to have stolen it, because it was super comfortable. I think that would have been a bridge too far, but would have loved to have. It was such a comfy chair. I've sat in a chair that comfy before. Sure I have. Bit of an open statement. Okay, you're on. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Tam, morning, mate. Now, your hat is in the safeguard of the farm sim guy. He has assured me he will get it shipped down to you on my behalf, so keep an eye out for that. WI for a music festival called Rockfest. WI at Wisconsin. Calaroth, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Nick, welcome along as well. Nice to have you all here. Happy days, and yeah, it's good to be home. It is good to be home. It was a pretty long trip. So much so, we're on the cup of tea tonight. We're not even getting into the whiskies because I think that would knock me for 6 and I'd be out to it. But Mrs. Argsy had to basically hit me yesterday to keep me awake. Kept on trying to doze off. She's like, no, you can't do that. You've got to stay awake as long as you can and then go to sleep. I managed to make it till just after 7 o'clock and slept for a solid 12 hours, which was good. What I needed. Whiskey overdose at FarmCon. There was a bit of that too, wasn't there, Mark? There was a bit of that. Hey Craig, how you doing? Good to have you here. Welcome along. Can't watch long on your break at work. Well, glad you managed to tune in and say hello on your break. Welcome along. Now, I don't know what was going on at the start. I started the stream on OBS and it literally dropped 30% of the frames for the first couple of minutes, so I ended up poo-pooing that one and shutting it down and starting again, and it seems to be running alright. I haven't dropped any yet, so fingers crossed the quality and everything stays there and works just perfectly. So far so good though. Getting one made over here would be cheaper, absolutely. Absolutely. Finding someone who'd make me one over here would be even better. Hey Scott, how you doing? Good to see you. Any excuse for them to hit us, I know, right, boy? Any excuse. I would have quite happily dozed off, but me. Cup of tea instead. I did manage to go back to the office for the whole day today too, which got to midday and hit the wall big time. I think some chocolate coconut pie from the service station didn't fit. What time of day is it? It is 9 PM for me. Dutch, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. G'day Ken, good morning to you. Any local engineering outfield to make a base? Yeah, that's true. Very true. We worked with the local engineering company. I made some table legs for our dining table. Custom dining table. That would be cool. How that all worked out. Still though, I actually wouldn't have space to put it where it is. But seeing all the Fent sim rigs and setups they had has inspired me even more to finally get my A into G, get the man cave started and developed further so I can actually have some space to set all those kind of things up. And on top of that, FSG sim rig, we did a bit of iRacing in over the week. Encouraged me to want to get that set up too. Place on the way out to Foxton to do good seats. Yeah. Place is that? Is it in Foxton? Ollie, on the way to. Suss it out. Same old, same old. That's what I'm getting back into now. Scott. Same old. I was going to have to that bit of wood when we go over it. Make the tractor wibble and wobble. No worries. I was tempted actually to set this up on a bit of horseplay. Try and double down on some tasks. Maybe we'll do that with time when it comes time. See. So here we go. It's kind of cruisy, just driving and chilling out. PM, that's the evening. Correct, it is. 2100. We'll keep it sound safe and sound. Here's the board. How you doing? Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate it. You understood 9p. Had no clue what it was about. 9 PM. 2100. 4 a.m. here in Texas. Oh, nice, Ken. Nice early start for you. Or you're up late, one or the other. Don't envy you. Jet lag takes you a day to get over after the flight. Yeah. Well, the worst part was Chinook didn't clear all the fog away for me, so my flights were delayed. I flew halfway around the world, and then got delayed by some stupid fog in Auckland. You managed to beat it, get out of it. Hey Chinook, how are you, mate? Dr. Fish, good evening, welcome along. But basically, I had about an 11-hour flight from London to LA, and then ended up being a 12-hour flight from LA to Auckland. So what was that? 22 hours, 23 hours flying, plus another hour when I got home. So 24 hours flying and then 3 hours between each. So about 30 hours of travel. There he is, DJ Goham. How you doing, buddy? Back to normal. Not quite back to normal, but I know what you mean. Pleased to see you got home. See you home. All well. Hey James, how you doing? See, did Pop say he had one more flight or something to go still, didn't he? It was a great trip, Tam. Well worth it. Absolutely. I said at the start, just telling everyone, you know, might probably be the last time I make it over. I got to the end, I was already trying to plot ways to be able to make it over for next year, so we'll see what happens. Make it a family trip, like the wife and kids. They won't complain about me leaving them and abandoned. 2 weeks. We were delayed about 3 hours on the last flight as well. Isn't it just the most frustrating thing? Actually, the worst part was, both my international flights leaving Heathrow took us an hour longer to depart, so we basically sat on the tarmac for an hour waiting for things. And the same at LA. So that was probably the most frustrating part. Yeah, sat on the runway for 1 hour after landing, just sitting there. Same deal, mate. God. Like, that's the worst part. You get on the plane ready to go, and then it took an hour to leave, or you land and you're like, sweet, that's over and done with, and you sit there for an hour. How annoying. All for DJ. Back in your own house. Back with your studio, all your toys. Fog was unreal this morning. I'm glad you made it home safe. Thanks, Shishir. Nice to see you, and thank you very much for the message you sent me. It was very much appreciated. Thanks to everyone who dropped me messages and notes and all of that sort of thing across the couple of weeks. It was pretty cool to hear from you all. Bad Real World is not on FS22 engine, no fog. Ah, we'll just have to wait for 25s aboard. Fog incoming. London needs to get it together. Yep, I agree. Right, British Airways long haul flight was the worst of the four of them. If I had to pick one, even with the low expectations I went in with, I was still disappointed. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, James. Sometimes it's like that on the train. Trains when you get stuck at points or something like that and you can't get off. My biggest worry, well not worry, but if we couldn't land at Auckland, which I wasn't worried we wouldn't be able to, but in case we couldn't, one of the divert airports is the army base near us, or Air Force base near us. It literally would have been a half-hour drive, and I know they wouldn't have let us off the plane. They can't do customs processing there. We would have been stuck sitting on the plane, waiting to then be able to fly to Auckland. Worst part. It's unreal getting to spend time with you as well, DJ. Like, I wasn't expecting to get emotional when I said goodbye to you all, but it's kind of like 2 weeks hanging out with you guys and I got a bit teary. was a cool couple of weeks. I just need to pull my finger out and get my vlog put together. Might be something I might take my laptop away this weekend. That while we're away. What an architecture research trip takes, right? So. News vid is done. You've heard all the news. Dutch modelling, there isn't much. I bought a plane when the... Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I was very envious of DJ and FarmCon getting into the man cave. Very envious of that. I was a bit silly actually, DJ, but I didn't realise that Sealy Peace was so close to Heathrow. I could have gone and visited them on the Sunday morning before my flight. Got it? Just help pay for it. I'm going to try and convince Mrs. Argsy we'll go next year. It sounded like Mrs. FSG was almost tempted, so it's very emotional. Sure, you guys all laughed about it when you jumped in the car. Oh, was he crying? Not at all. I missed a spot, Ryan, but I was paying attention and didn't miss any. Look it up. I'm sure I'll tidy it up when I go around again. Right, one more headland and then I think we'll some up and down rows. I might even put a worker on it. Thinking of visiting FSG in Scotland. Nice. Give him a few weeks break this year. I think he needed it to recuperate after having us all in the madhouse. I'm trying to get some news together, see what happens. Big news is Giants publishing a racing simulator game. That's pretty cool. That's very cool. What that might mean for vehicle physics and that kind of thing, particularly when you get something that goes above 50 kilometers an hour. Like, how many times have people rolled trucks gone too fast, or I've just completely spun out? It's very cool. Terrence thoughts. There you go. Croft is asking the question too. Hey Bender, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Nice to see you enjoying the servers as well. Actually, in any kind of water's a bad mix. Thank you, Dutch model. Seems like something I'm never going to live down, am I? With me forever. Deservedly so. Don't miss nearly as much as FSG does. I'm reading chat and driving at the same time. I'm only half looking at the screen and playing the game. Hey Timbo, what's up, mate? Good to see you. Cat's just brought you a dead mouse. It's a present. Most arcade sim ever. Oh, that it'll be interesting though, they're using a completely different engine for it, won't it? They're going to be using Giant's engine. They had some pretty ambitious dates for beta testing of it too. Or beta release too. Exciting. What is it called when? What is what called? Ollie? Straight 4. What are they calling it? What that's it. Yeah. Custom modding's bringing a large planter. I saw that today, Dutch modelling. The big case planter. 48 row one, I think. I've been teasing that for a while, based on the early riser planters. You have a question. I keep hearing engine. What is an engine and what does it do? So when you're talking about in gaming, the engine's what does all the processing. So it takes each input and processes the data around all the ground, the terrain, the textures, the lighting, the physics, the handling, and everything like that. So different software, different programs. So you'll hear about Unreal as an engine, and there's Unity, two big gaming engines. Frostbite is one that EA use. Frostbite is the name of the engine they've used on Battlefield games. What Call of Duty's done on, it's done on Unreal or something else. But things like Fortnite and that are all built. I'm sure that's all done in Unreal. So it's just different ways that the data is processed, kind of put together. So they take all that information, put it together on the screen as to what you see. Basically, when I'm ploughing this field at the moment, the engine's writing to and outputting a graphics file all the time. Is it a file, but for all the different ground information. So the fact that this is ploughed, they'll be writing a piece of data that will tell the map where the ploughed texture is, or there's a fill type like that little bit of grass there, it'll be deleting that all the time. That engine is updating, tell you where that information is. At the same time, it's doing all the lighting, clouds, the exhaust, all of those kind of things. Right, let's see. How are we going to do this? Where's this bit I missed, Ollie? I think you were winding me up. I can't see any. Well, you never know though. By doing a racing sim might give us force feedback, Tim. That might be the impetus for them to develop that sort of stuff. Like, if they can partner with someone else who has some experience in racing simulations, they can bring some of that technology to Farming Simulator around vehicle physics. I mean, what else is there? There's all sorts of things that might come with it. More customization of engines and vehicle. Imagine like the level of customization you can have in some racing sims around physics, how that might work with tractors. There's all sorts. How many racing sims? Like I played FSG's son had Gran Turismo on VR, and I played that. I mean, imagine if because it's a racing sim, they develop it and improve Giant's engine to be able to handle VR through the partnership. So I think there's a lot of synergies there that'll work really well. Exciting. Racing farm simulator. Maybe. Engine is moving the tractor. Or is that a motor? Early start tomorrow. Right, Ollie. Good night, mate. Thanks for hanging out, saying hello. Take care. But in the middle, yeah, I haven't done that yet, Popeye. That's it. Thank you for pointing that out. The big green section, you've gone the whole way around 3 times. Fast, I can't remember how fast this track can go. What about VR for Skyrim? VR Gran Turismo, I only did 1 race, but it was pretty cool. I would have wanted to spend a bit of time setting it up a little bit better, just for my, like it was a little bit hard to focus on. Kind of felt a bit clunky how it focused, but I think once you got it right for yourself, personally it worked pretty well. Yeah, I know, right? Hand on the wheel, turning, imagine that in cab. VR, it'd be pretty cool. Just the fact you could, not even the way it gave you a better depth of field around the cars you were racing against, but even just being able to turn your head and look at the wing mirrors or look out the side, and the detail that was in the detail they had in the passenger seats. I mean, I went with the classic Brands Hatch and the Nissan Skyline GTR because I know that a lot of the Nissans are really well modelled, so it was cool to see that. It's awesome to see. I didn't actually have my glasses on, Ryan. That was part of the problem, I think, why it was hard to focus. I'm taking them upstairs, but if I was going to play it for longer, I would have tried with glasses on. Fun fact is about the only time I wear glasses is when I'm at the computer. off-road tractor racing on everything's on YouTube, right? Vent 1050 with the stage 3 remap. That's it. Oh, okay. Get stuck on that, are we? On my watch, we're not. Freehand bender. Moment. So I had a good chat with Thrustmaster at FarmCon. I suggested that they take the Forza, the XR Pro controller that I use. They should do a FarmSim branded one. They get that. Instead of the Forza branding on, they could do one for FarmSim. After saying how many people I know have gone out and purchased exactly the same controller after I started using it. It'd be pretty cool. What if they did a competitive tractor pull type game where you had to upgrade things to get more power and whatnot? Same concept as Gran Turismo. I mean, that's entirely within the realms of what could grow out of this partnership, I expect. I mean, that's the kind of thing I could imagine. They, I don't know if anyone saw over the weekend, the Indy cars were sponsored by John Deere. The Indy car race over the weekend was sponsored by John Deere. They had photos of the two winners, Scott McLaughlin and Will Power won the other race. Anyhow, they were both hanging off the side of a John Deere 8RX. Scott McLaughlin put a post up today on Twitter, or X, Photoshop of him becoming the cover for Farming Simulator 22. Well, that's pretty cool. Coming soon to a GameStop near you, so if you haven't seen it, go and check out my Twitter, or X, because I replied to him and said if you ever wanted to do a collab and someone show him the ropes of Farming Simulator, let me know. Watch this space, eh? Argsy and Scott McLaughlin playing Farming Simulator. You understood the other game developer had his own engine as well, so there's problems with the license. Yeah, and I mean, Giants are pretty, they've got pretty well established, probably protocols, reputation, brand, methodology around partnerships with brands as well, so licensing's probably a lot easier. You gotta remember, was FS22 was the first self-published title Giants did. And prior to that, 19 they published under another brand, I can't remember who it was now. On the dark side, Brian, get a PC. So the cost of a PC that'll run Farming Simulator is not that much different to the cost of a console. I was looking, and my boys have wanted a PC. Play Fortnite on, I'm kind of been looking at them going, gosh, it's not that much different. Once you add in the peripherals and things like that, it does start adding up. That much different. This is Argsy just got home from a work function. Excuse me if I go silent, I'll start talking to her and ignoring you guys. That stuff's rather than work job. Install pit stops on a massive tractor. Imagine. Oh, how are you? Outside, oh, did I? Huh. So, the outside light, little one, order. The light, garage door, freezer. I flicked. Then the alarm started going off. Yeah, I couldn't disarm the alarm. Did the alarm go off?
He wasn't here.
I ended up having to pull the cover off the alarm and disconnect the battery. Oh.
Okay.
Oh no, it took me 5 minutes. The alarm was going off for so long. Yeah, I know. Do some enough to trip the circuit. Anyhow. I'm doing a stream. No. Anyhow, there you go. There's my story about me having to turn an alarm off tonight and deafening myself. Anywhere in Germany is next year's FarmCon. They haven't announced where it's going to be, just the dates this stage share. So, did have a feeling they might be going to let people know even sooner than this year where it might be, but until we hear, don't know. Just the dates. First weekend of July. Gran Turismo is the OG when it comes to sim racing, certainly. Some libraries on tractors. There's all sorts of things. Imagine a library editor in the same way that you can do it on Gran Turismo or iRacing or something like that. The downside is that's where the manufacturers will come in and they'll be like, nah, I don't want someone putting I don't know, being able to in-game put things on their tractors, derogatory terms, all that sort of thing. JD will give the all clear for presidential farming in 25. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. We have to watch that for the developments. It'd be disappointing if it didn't become part of the base game. Good luck to the tyre crew. It look rubbish because textures are poop and normal, so that's where they're changing. Textures are going to 8 and 16k. Be hugely awesome. Swap out the narrows for softs. Yeah. Just racing. Need to go spray some weeds. I need some narrows. Yeah. Ratchet cans. Still thinking of that trip to New Zealand. Nice one. Gee, I reckon I managed to convince Mrs. FSG they need to come to New Zealand. Watch out for that. You've yet to play Farm Sim. I've been watching for about since mid FS19. I hope to get a PC this fall. A few things I'd like to see is the wear mechanical issues. The wear is going to be cool from what we've seen at FarmCon around the paint system and scratches and all that kind of thing. And so here's an interesting thing. When we were talking to Christian Aman, the CEO, about, and we were standing next to him when Stefan was talking about the changes to the engine around paint colours, and he was explaining to us that it's basically what Ferrari used. Now makes a whole lot more sense, knowing that they're working with a game engine or a game developer for sim racing, that they'd want to have more accurate colour representation for brands like Ferrari if they're going to be getting into sim racing. What that's going to be interesting is how does that change for modders for the new game around like an existing tractor mod or an equipment mod. How much more detail they're going to have to put in on textures. Most proper sims you have to use Photoshop to upload. But it's still uploadable, isn't it? Like the models, what I'm saying is that the models are designed to take a livery. How you create it, like at the moment, to put a livery or sticker on, you've got to have Giant's Editor as well. Open it up and add your decals or paint your base textures or whatever. Whereas Gran Turismo, for example, every car is designed to take a custom livery, and if you want to go through and upload it through there, you've still got to design it, you've still got to build it using a template or whatever. Upload your custom images. I mean, Gran Turismo is actually quite a good one. I've seen it when I've used it in a while, but even if you use Photoshop to make one, you still can't upload it. So. A while back, you raced 1/10 scale RC cars. Laughing at people with tie walls, right until you got some yourself. You ever got to New Zealand you'd want to see Hobbiton? No, I haven't seen Hobbiton, Ryan. It's kind of funny, I was casually showing, my sister-in-law took some photos. She was up and doing some school stuff around Mount Repay, Mount Narahoe, and popped up on Snapchat. Looked pretty beautiful. I was casually showing, I think I showed Mr. Sealy P this. You know, you don't think anything of it, but it's like, is that Mount Doom? But yeah, I was like, said, I might have said actually something. Oh, I said that's Mount Doom where all the rings is filled, and they got all excited about that. Kind of things you take for granted. You drive past it half a dozen times a year. Mountain you've seen your whole life. But it would be cool. It would be cool. It's on. I'd love to show the kids. Get the kids to sit down and watch a little ring, and be able to take them to somewhere like Hobbiton. Cool. I'd love to see better animations in cabs around workers and things like that. Very cool. Hey, Black Rain, how you doing? See you. You know if modders can get early access to the engine, how they can get used to it. So the issue with that Dutch modelling, we had a chat with a couple of modders about that, and it makes sense. The issue with that is for the editor to work, you need access to the engine, and the engine's built into the game, so you'd need a copy of the game. So there's actually no easy way for the editor to be made available early. There'd have to be some clever work done around whether they could include the engine itself within the editor to be able to run the editor or not. I don't know. It's above my pay scale. But that's the main reason at the moment. Like when you install the editor, you have to tell it where the game's installed so that it can use the engine to run. Scratches went to different depths, didn't they, Crofter? They showed on the screenshot different depth scratches, like shallow scratches just in the clear coat, deeper scratches going further down, really deep scratches. Okay, now I've missed it. I might be mistaken though. If I want your opinion, Yoss, I'll ask for it, please. Let's see though, mate. Shirt fits good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You had to go cosplay and you're hooked. That's a slippery slope to go down. Next thing you know, you'll be running cosplay and auto drive in conjunction. That's always that's a fun challenge, is being able to set a cosplay when you're in the yard, have an auto drive to the field entrance, use auto drive to drive to the field, and then start the cosplay when it gets there all on its own. That's a cool challenge. Try watching The Last Samurai when you grow up in Taranaki. Yes, another of our famous conical mountains doubling up as somewhere else in the world. Won't save much time in your opinion. There'll still be a whole lot of learning, won't there? Nobody ever wants your opinion. But you give it anyhow. That's a sign of a smart person. What makes my game look more lifelike than others? Oof. That is a tough question, Tim. I would have no... So, it's funny you say that, because I literally sat down on FSG's rig and played on Southern Pastures, and I don't know whether it was the 4K monitor, the bigger monitor, or what it was about it, but I said to him, it's like, your game feels so much more authentic than mine does. I'm running relight on this, so that certainly helps with the lighting. Other than that, don't know. What is the one thing I'm most looking forward to in FS25? Oh, that's a tough question actually, Kevin. I've thought about it a few times actually. I'm excited because I'm excited for things like the GPS being available for console players. Like, it doesn't excite me overly because, you know, I've had access to that and been able to do it, but that's probably one of my things I'm most impressed with. I've come up with a system that seems really user-friendly to do it. That was always the thing. When anyone has ever said, "Oh, we need cosplay for console," or that, my response has been, "You don't have a keyboard. You've got 30 buttons on a controller, so you've got limited combinations. Could you imagine trying to do what cosplay does without a keyboard?" But the fact they've managed to make it so simple and intuitive, of course, until I've actually played the game and seen what these are like, or seen someone else playing it, or you can't really pass judgment on it, but that's pretty cool. But so from a gameplay perspective, that's probably what I'm most looking forward to. But I'm really excited about the environment updates. The trees, the fog, the god rays, the lighting. It's having things like reflections and better shadows. Like at the moment, it's a bit hard to say that, but like there's clouds in the sky, right? You don't get any shadows. I'm looking forward to being able to have shadows coming across and changing the lighting all the time and affecting that. I still think there's something they haven't told us which is going to be big. Don't know what it's going to be. I'm wondering whether it's something around weather, around the impacts of weather on yields and crops. They haven't told us much about animals yet either. Excited to see what comes out of all of those. What's GPS? Yeah, Chinook's gonna refuse to buy the next game because it's got GPS in it. No one wants that. No one asks for GPS. Why would they add that? Workers in the field working. That'll be cool too. Again though, like, I've had cosplay, so I've been able to do that kind of thing anyhow, but once again, for console players, it's a pretty big step in the right direction. Yeah, animal info is going to be interesting, I reckon. Still reckon there's something fundamentally is going to change with the way animals are, and I reckon it's going to be more than just water buffalo added. Stars on the moon are going to be cool too. That's right. It's true. Sinkholes and natural disasters. Maybe not that far, Popeye. Straight lines are boring. Straight lines are fun when you're drunk because it's really hard to do them. It's like a rewarding challenge. New crops. Yeah. Yeah, what other new crops are going to be? Other than spinach. And of course rice. Birds poo on stuff. So here's an interesting observation, right? I wonder if I can find it. Oh, I might just be reading in this too. But I got home. Bear with me. Bring it up. There we go. So I got home. This is the image on the front of the FarmCon t-shirt. So funny couple of things. It shows the tracked Fent up the top there, and that's the Fent forum in the background. Do you know they only make the tracked Fents are actually made in the US? They ship the gearbox and everything from October off. It all goes over to the US, and they do all the tracks over there. That was interesting. But here's the image on the left. Here's the rice, and then you've got the water buffalo, but the bird's sitting on the back of the water buffalo. Am I reading into it too much? That might see birds sitting on the back of animals? Some symbiotic relationship going on there? Who knows? That was just a funny little thing I noticed. I thought it was pretty cool. While we're here. Yeah, look, it's got McLaughlin hanging off the side of a 8RX. He made the farming cover. Quite funny. Yeah, see if we can get him involved. Anyhow, that was my little observation. When I got home and was putting my t-shirt away, I was like, oh, look at that. There's rice and there's water buffalo. And then I was like, oh, is there a bird on the back of the... I have to go back and watch the trailer now. Was there a bird standing on the back of the water buffalo in the trailer from that? Straight lines on console are almost impossible. No, they're not, Ryan. Straight lines on console are easy. I'm freehanding all of this using a controller. Make it even easier, you bring up the little mini map and you pick your heading. You just hold it on your heading. So if I did this on, like down the bottom there, I can get it to 360. Okay, it's just going to fluctuate between 359 and 360. And that'll do a straight line. That's how I used to always do it. To be able to, you have to unlock an achievement to be able to use pressure washer. Be the first achievement I get. Gotta move the cows from the pasture back to the barn for milk, and the barn will only hold a small amount, so you will need a few pastures, one for milk, one for the ones still waiting. That's pretty cool. How do you move them though? You have to use something like the shepherd's staff, or you have to do it every day, or how long does it take? I like the idea. It's something I've always wanted to see. Unlike the sheep that stand in the middle of the field with manual pasture. Hey Nismo, how you doing? How's my day been? My day has been long. My first day back in the office today, and I was finding it a little bit tough. We got through it. I survived. Playing Aussie No Man's Land now as well. What field numbers do you own? Look, second. Or I get this grass. I have to run down here again. Yeah. Touch and go. Where it gets a little bit wider just here. Why? Ah, that's frustrating. Swing around to get it now. Trying to do the same for sheep shearing. Be pretty fun. Sorry for stuffing the invite up. I have a hole on your head and brain damage. I said in the email I'll be back in Sydney 30th this month. Oh, good mate. Dramas. He's coming. Maybe. Who knows? Now you're asking what field I have. Ooh. I only have one block so far. This is one up here. 154. Where I've started. That's what I've done so far. Summer. Yeah. Use a trigger in the barn to start them. So I like the idea. Hey Shannon, how you doing? Right. Let's run that down the centre. Get it in one go. It's green. It's a real do add-on. KFC. Always seem to drift back and forth. It could be your controller, like you say. Stick drift. Ah. Doing quicker just to run backwards. It's in 2 passes. Company in your town makes 80% of the rubber tracks used on tractors, grain carts, and skid loaders. That's good. Random equipment failures in the new game. That's always something I thought would be cool. That you're driving along and suddenly your plow goes, nah. You've broken a bearing. You've dropped a shank. or completely wrecked the frame or something like that. I agree, that would be very cool. Right, you know what we're going to do? Let's try and put this on a worker now. Finish this off. Fire a standard worker. Then I go grab the lime spruder. In fact, I need to do the scanning on it first to get the farming data. While I'm on. Oh, I'm going to miss a section. See if I can see further down. This is a smarter way. Get the tractor up right on the edge of this grass. Leave that going. It's going to do the job. Let's wait at the moment. Right, let's go. Scariest scout. Cover ranger. This one, I can't remember which one we used last time. This one. Is that. Go find out. Do still have store delivery set down here? Dandy. Mount milk. In a certain time, their health starts to drop, and I guess you can use the animal cane or trailer to use the move animal husband. Also, move animals husband. Yeah. Learning all the time. Let's try and get this done. Am I asking what do I do? I'm an architect. Chair. Design houses mainly. So, hopefully, we're going to plan. I'm about to design a pub. Done the design for a pub. Get the drawings and do the building of a new pub. With you, it's, yeah, dead zones and sensitivity setting. Sensitive. That's a good call. Indeed, Tim. How was FarmCon? FarmCon was awesome. So it's the English community, the English content creators, everyone. It's just such a cool group of people. Like, just a blast hanging out with them. We always have such a good time. DJ and Farmer Cop came over to Edinburgh while I was there with FSG still, and we just hung out, went to a couple of restaurants, go-karting with them. It's just a cool time, cool experience. .260 has big range. Yeah, I feel that's just like ultimate cheaty. And I can't see where I've done then. Even this is hard to see where you've done. I think if I go to... Can't see where I've done in that map. I can only just, like this one, just makes out the corners. I'd cosplay in Western Australia. Good map for cosplay. Probably where I pushed the limits on the 16x. Western Aussie was where I pushed cosplay limits the most. And auto drive for that matter. There's still some features from cosplay in 19 that haven't made it through. Scoop and shovel one was kind of cool. Come through. Play unrealistic. Watch people play realistic. That wrong? Absolutely not. Mark says play however you want. It's the beauty of this game. I enjoy playing as realistically as I can most of the time. There's some things like this which be a bit tedious. Occasional use of auto load and that kind of thing, but other than that, I'm kind of happy doing the thing. Extra scan in that corner. Watch for the gameplay. It's for my educational and enlightening conversation and chiseled good looks, yes. So I've kind of got one crofter, but I haven't got one, if you know what I mean. One. Ooh. Holy moly. Maybe not. There it is. There we go. This is a Class Jaguar cab. It's up in the Waikato. Someone found for me. I just need to figure out how I'm going to get it home. Got everything. See the top of it, platform on the side, even inside it's got all the screens and everything like that. It's been home to some birds and whatnot. Bit of a clean out, but mine, I just need to get it here. It's a challenge. But yeah, after seeing that stuff that when seeing the stuff that Vent had, I was like, oh, I really need to make this happen. Playing Eastern North Carolina lately, simple map but enjoying with big equipment. My connection cut off in the middle of that sentence. Watching a video from Millennial Farmer and he was using drones to spray his fields. How cool would that be to have in game? Yeah, those drones are very cool. I was watching that one too. Yeah, very impressive setup. What I'd love, be cool to have those. There is a drone in game. I don't know if can you spray with it or not. I'm not sure if you can. Look, send soil samples analysis. Why? Because I want to. Now we're done with that for the meantime. Pretty hooked up. Get ready to go and spread some lime. I was seeing Aussies that cut off our laugh. Well, he knows it's true. Managed to fix it. Okay. Yeah, cheers, James. Take care, mate. Be thinking about you. Mark's making the funnies today. Mark's always funny. If SG says he has a tractor, you can see you have a cab. Get that on a roof rack. It's up in Waihi, Popeye. She's all for it, it's just not coming in the house. You have to go out in the shed. It's fine. The whole purpose of the shed would give me impetus to go and finish the shed. Right. What did I just get? I was saying the PTO didn't hook up, that's a bit strange. Right. There we go, we're getting green. Not too much, are they? New gameplay station. That would be it. That would be my gameplay station if that all worked out. Back to work, catch you later. Cheers, Chinook. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for your help yesterday too, buddy. Sorry we couldn't catch up in person, but maybe next time. Back up there in October, November. Not around then. Did I get the hit chat? Oh, you must have missed it when I told you earlier. It's sitting in FSG's studio. He was going to take care of it for me. He had some other stuff to send and he had boxes and everything for hats, so I'll keep at him. At him about it. Haha. That would have cost. It would have cost more to bring it home and probably make to get my own. Cost to get my own one made. Gee, it was so heavy. So heavy. So what I really would love to do if I can get hold of that cab is get a little trailer that it can sit on a trailer, put it on casters so I can wheel it in and out of the shed, and have it so that it'll that I can take it places. We are on mate. Okay. As green as I thought it might. Just hold it with one hand. One of the ATS players have pretty much replicated a cab. Yeah, I've seen some cool ones for sim racing and that sort of thing too. DIY sim racing Facebook group I'm part of. The people on that have done some crazy stuff. Silty clay is 7.0. We change soil types. Silty clay at the moment. Silty clay. Change. Loamy sand. It needs to be 6. Right. It's a slightly lighter green. Kosoy, hello, welcome along. I did saw your little comment on YouTube. Sorry, I haven't replied to it yet, but thank you for leaving that. Have it here in stream. But he built a half-car sim rig in his garage. Oops, for sure. Gotta go do adult stuff. Cheers for the stream. Okay, next time. Cheers, Tam. Mate, catch you again soon. The shed's definitely being repurposed for that. It's a big enough shed I can do that and still have space for lawnmower and bikes. Workshop. Yeah. Range trailer and you'll go get it for me. So the guy who found it, I reckon he might be able to get up and get it. I haven't talked for a wee while, so figure it out. He even said he'd make a special trip at some stage, so maybe it's a road trip one day. About a 5-hour drive each way. The trailer. Ah, all good, buddy. All good. It's the Argsy GoFundMe link for the super farms. You guys do enough to support me. I'm not going to go and ask for special donations or something. A hobby. I think Chinook is just GoFundMe. For an Xbox X this year, nice. You got one of everything now then, don't you? You play Farm Sim on PlayStation mostly? You've got it on Steam for your Steam Deck? I was slow. I was going to buy iRacing in the summer sale, and I even said to FSG, I better not forget it ends on Friday and got to Saturday, and I've forgotten. I don't think FS25 will play on Steam Deck. Time will tell. Instead of going to convert that cab into X. That's the idea, Kevin. That's the idea. So Fent had these cool gaming stations. You might have seen them in some people's videos. Well, not gaming stations, they were simulator rigs. And they were set up like proper $100,000 setup. You're basically driving the one with the front loader, and that was cool. I didn't try the combine one. But they had them sitting on like a built wooden box that might have been 300-400 mils off the ground, a foot and a half off the ground. So my plan would be to build it on a similar size box, put the box on casters so I could wheel it around and have that sitting on top so you climb up into it. That would be your gaming station. And then I'd love to be able to, with on casters, I'd love to have a trailer it could be wheeled onto and set onto a trailer and transport it around. So you want to take it to a field days, for example. Only funds, only fields, farm hub. All the good ideas. Oh goodness, what's our worker trying to do? Mount the rocks. Okay. Their own? Fill it full of projectors so it looks real. I've been looking at like simulator rig monitors, like wraparound monitors, those kind of things. On a motion rig. You were leaving, Tam. Get out of here before you cost me more money. I know I need some motivation. Well, the Fent was enough to motivate me for that. Ask you guys. Exclamation mark Discord, hopefully Ryan should get you there. Tow me around while I live stream. Go and go park it in a field while they're working, and I can just sit there and pretend to be farming while the contractor's going around doing hay or something. Oh goodness. Imagine. Lime's going a long way. We used up more than that. Yep. Oh. Work is still working. But figure out how to turn around, eh? In a rock in a hard place. Drop it in the stream to give you a realistic Starlink and a generator. That's it. Got the Starlink, I'll just have to take it off the roof. Tell you what, I was super impressed with the streaming on Wi-Fi, streaming on phone data when we did that from FarmCon. Thank you, Dave from G Portal. I think that man won't do for his partners. 154, I think I looked, Black Crane. Did look fast. Yeah, 154. It's my plot of land there. I'm about maxed out. So buy another one soon. We're about $100,000 worth of silage sitting in the shed. Need to load up and get out of there. Yes, you're gonna go. Oh, we'll catch you later, Tam. Good to see. Just a bit slow. I could get Nismo. Might do it. Right on the back of the truck. Bring it down to Palmy, mate. Oh, nice. It's been nice. Nice to be back. To be back and home. Back streaming. Hanging out with you fine folk. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Hoping to get back to some more regular videos and things from next week. Away Friday, Saturday night this week for a futsal tournament up in the Hawke's Bay. Are you going to be able to do anything this week? Which will mean no live stream this weekend either. Back in time on Sunday night to order another Ahali farm some guy. And yeah, next week get back into some proper things. I've got a list of things I want to do. See if we can get started on those. One of them is the studio tour actually, while things are relatively clean and tidy in here. YouTube saying it's not getting healthy video. Right, see. Holy moly. Okay, hang on. We're going to fill up and I'm going to read that and have a look on the map where all of those are. I'm assuming they're all around each other. Right. Say 25. 25. 51. Is it 83? 88 in there? No, you skipped there. 150, 120, 147. 82. 89, 114. 21, or we're just about neighbours. 146. 90. 113, 100. Oh, we are neighbours. Yeah. It's a big chunk of land you own up in there. How come you don't, or did you just not write down 88? 83, 115. Nice plot of land though. Nice chunk. Trying to join Discord, no luck. Using that invitation. Were you able to use it, Ryan? I've heard some people say it didn't work. Oh, sorry, the one in the videos doesn't work. I thought that one was working. Turn that off. 88 is a huge hill. Ah, there we go. Explains it why. You got it to work, Ryan. Yeah. Okay. Try again, Chris. Maybe you've joined before or something like that. I don't know. Oh. Flint Hills type fields. Nice. It's a blast from the past, Flint Hill. How did How'd the UK crowd deal with the double loss? Triple loss. I left, came home. It was something nice about watching the football. Sorry, the rugby with an Englishman. I was disappointed I wasn't there to watch football. Love to that final. Let's watch the semi. It's cool. The FSG didn't want to go out to a pub and watch it. He said no one in Scotland cares about the English football team. Right, does that cover everything? I wonder if you use the train mod on the tracks. I wouldn't have thought so. I don't know if the train mod uses the same collisions or not though. That would be why I wouldn't have thought so. But possibly. Never been so Spanish. Were you always planning on, I didn't get a chance to ask you, were you always planning on coming to FarmCon Croft, or was it a last minute decision? Sorted FS22. An issue. Does drop the link using Argsy Gaming. The worker done. They skipped a little bit in there too. Weird. Remove the tracks in Giant Center and place new tracks with the mod. Yeah, you could. If you use the delete function. I don't think I'd have the patience to build that train across there. I'd do it down to say, do it from here to the sell point. That's what someone actually asked me the other day if I'd use. That'd be kind of cool to build a train from here down to, say, the ports or something. That bit there then. That's the bit I missed at the start. Oh. How you doing, LJ? Good to see you. Quick last minute work. Yeah. Fair enough. Is it backing up to it? Backed up 9/10 of the field. Paying that person to do that. I think you completely missed Crofter being there. Walking around in an air agri modding. What map is this, Paul? This is Aussie No Man's by Aussie Modding Corp. Co-op. And I'm mistaken. Link for it in the description, or a link to the page description at least. Go find it. And that would have been Crofter. The only one I saw was that one. So he taught the farm some guy to build the train. Yoss is always there. I go to FarmCon without Yoss. FarmCon doesn't happen without Yoss. It's been good, mate. Good. It is indeed. You must have been gifted a sub at some stage and become a channel member. Sure when? Go. No worries, Paul. Just ignoring him. Hard of furniture you are. When you come to New Zealand, you're planning to also see Flight of the Conchords. I have never seen them. I don't know how much stuff they do still. Couldn't complain. Is it? Have I got a tree? Is that my problem? Stump. We go past. That's why. I can't go past that. You can anyway. I don't know if they perform much anywhere at all, do they? Though. Is it on you? I wouldn't suggest it, Brian. Love Brett and Jermaine. Yeah, pretty successful duo. I'm just impressed mine's kept going. In Sindri, I thought at the start of the stream, or before I even started, I was going to be in for all sorts of nightmares. Keep running alright. Dark, I feel like. Skip forward time. Get some daylight. Soft. Okay. What are we doing? No, just decided that they don't want to do the rest of the field. Idiot. Opinions on the new I haven't actually listened to it yet, LJ. Properly, any. Did a few songs off it. Have I ever been to that Lord of the Rings? What do you mean by that Lord of the Rings? Hobbiton, the Hobbit village? Been there. Some of the locations. You haven't been in Wellington, I've been to where it was filmed. Some of the mountain areas where it was filmed. I think we need to take over now. I fear that bit was going to take a long time. Hobbits. You're short and hairy, Bo, I'm not. Been up and down for the last half hour. Getting too cold, is it? Our tour. No. Bucket list is getting longer each year. And does it take you all the way down to the South Island as well? It was filmed in lots of areas. Some of it was filmed in Upper Hutt and Wellington. What part that was? Where the hobbits hide from the riders. You get down to the South Island where some of the sort of more spectacular sceneries. I have to walk around with no shoes on too. Here we go. Do you have 2 breakfasts? How many kiwis do we have in here? That's a very good question. Honestly, this is some impressive hoarth frosts down south. 14 days, that'd be about right, I reckon. I think you got 2 weeks to get if you came in Auckland to get all those areas and get down to the South Island and do them. Pyo, pyo. Let's not get too personal, Ryan. Oh, excuse me, I can feel the yawn starting to come on. Try and get this ploughing finished and the liming finished. It might be a good spot. Call it quits before I do get too tired. Invade Argsy's house after the tour. Why not? Hold down that way. -10 down. Okay. It throws a crack in time, met a weeping angel on the Tata. Lived life, shit, that's the important part. You're down. Let's come in and invade my house. Nothing serious though, if you're ever in the Manawatu. But yeah. Me somewhere nondescript. Looks like you'll be working in Tokoroa for a while soon. New role, new job, new company. Doing something at the paper mill. Or the pulp mill nearby or something else. So here though you found some work. You heard that you're going to come break down my door. You gotta find my door first. Massive Doctor Who fan. Who's your favourite one then? All of them. Cover charge for the simulator setup. I might have to, eh? $5, 10 minutes maybe? I need to find out actually. Giants, or actually Bent, had their sim set up where it ran only for a certain amount of time and then it completely reset back to where it was. So almost like you play for 5 minutes and then it reloads the save game back. Effectively resets it. Yeah. Take a while for you to suck at tracking down while it sounds like I'm saved then. Matt Smith. Somewhere nondescript pretty much describes all of them. Hey, simmer down now. But you have that if you lived in a desirable part of Taranaki. Do we win tickets from it to redeem prices too? No. No, there'll be no prizes and no tickets. The guy who was going to help me get the cab is overseas over school holidays too. So. We'll get it done. Find a way. Video the process of getting it working. Some IT help snuck in there somewhere. Oh, there'll be a bar. Yeah, you can guarantee a bar. The other thing that's going to go out in the gamescape. Hold our couch. Sleep out there. Welcome back, Scott. Good to have you back. Alright, that done. We'll wedge up there. What's this lime spread? It's like this is an open bar. Won't be open for me. Antifreeze in most of the diggers and stuff yesterday. Things us common folk don't need to worry about too much, right? It's freezing around at 3 miles per hour. Didn't need to. Downtown our way. It's frozen most mornings. Not fun. Is this shed what you need my help with? Maybe. Maybe. I thought I had Ryan, but now I can't remember. We talked about it. I think we're gonna plant chickpeas. Got rye, right? That's true. No, I haven't. Thought I had, but I hadn't. And what's my favourite tipple? Ooh. Question. Been enjoying a Kiwi whiskey called Pocono, which I actually took a bottle over to FarmCon and went down well with everyone. But if we're talking Scottish whiskies, there's one called Aberlour. I'm also a big fan of. It's a sherry cask aged whiskey. Off to bed, Byron. Cheers, Bo. Catch you later, mate. Catch you later. Right, let's chunk up in the middle here. We'll be done. But I bet you the cows don't like it being so cold. I tried the sheepdog peanut butter whiskey. Ever heard of it? Ever heard of it? So no. Where's that one from? Alright, that's got ploughing done for a while, so plant this here for a clean up. Look, did it? Weeds have grown, the canola hasn't really. How rye look? Good. These green weeds in them. Rye does not have any weeds in it. Good. All hanging out in the same place. We can get this lime spreading finished. Sheep don't either, but they can get over it. Watch some few of the sheep, right? Oh yeah, fun trying to feed out. It's still the branch you'll tell me. But let's have a Google. Sheepdog. Dog peanut butter whiskey. I found it on Google, LJ. Don't rush. Whiskey more habit. American. Even 5 stars. What stuff? Interesting. It's TJ as hyper as he is in his videos. See, Neil's coming. Hello, Neil. Nice to see you. Sorry to hear about your ankle, mate. It's a bloody unfortunate accident. So Neil came up and had a night up in Scotland. I got with him on Saturday. Did our go-karting and chilling out at FSG's place for a bit. Out for lunch. And then I had to leave in the other direction. But yeah, he definitely is. You can Neil's comment. In a fun way though. Get to keep your heads on, yeah. Nitrogen level goes up. The crops are frozen. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, Nightbot's reminded me, you are considering purchasing FS25 and you haven't pre-ordered it or anything yet. Apparently, I've got more than double the number of pre-orders at the same time they did for FS22 already. Pretty cool. Bodes well for the success of the game. But if you haven't already purchased it, it'd be amazing if you would consider using my partner code there. Either click on the link or download, if you go to Giant Store, put in Argsy Gaming or one word. Check out. TJ did it. He's a cool dude. A lot of time for him. Would be a lot of beats down your way, is it, in Sindri? The beats big time, or? Can't wait to try the CR11. Pretty good looking combine. And that. explains why everyone is so tired. Yeah. I was smashed to bits. So, Scott, Collector's Edition. And everyone else, I think I said about it on my stream last week, but didn't hear. I had a chat to Boris, who's head of publishing at Giants. And he explained to me why we can't get the Collector's Edition in New Zealand and Australia. And the main reason is the keyring ignition. So to be able to import something like that into countries, they have to get it licensed. And that requires sort of testing and certification to different standards depending which country you're in, what the rules are. And so, unfortunately, the cost to get it licensed in New Zealand and Australia doesn't justify selling it. Obviously, I'm guessing basically what they're saying is by the time they're paid to get it done, they're not going to make any money off selling it. So that's why we're not going to get it in Australia stage. It might just be easier to do what I did with my FS22 version and just wait it up after release and try and get it through Amazon or something like that. Or kale at the moment, it used to be sugar beets. Okay. You might still be able to order it from other countries, get it imported, like you should be able to individually do it, because you're not doing it to distribute it, it's just something you're buying in the country. And it shouldn't break any rules. Gameplay footage is going to be awesome to see, gotta admit. I'm most looking forward to. Seen some cool screenshots and we've seen some cool sort of scripted gameplay where they just walk around certain areas of the map, but see someone have completely unrestricted, unbridled access to the game and actually play it, do their own thing and play it their own way. It'd be interesting to see. Alright, okay. Pretty sweet. Dude. The sheep guys are feeding sweets and stuff. I didn't realise they fed sheep. Yeah. They feed them mints, they taste good. Imagine that was the case. Yeah, we've a completely mint diet for the lambs. Pick them up from the supermarket pre-seasoned. What am I going to plant? I don't know yet. I'm almost tempted. We'll get some straw off the rice. I don't actually think we need straw. Oh, I was going to plant stuff for the animals, for the pigs. Oops. Alright. Back up. Because I want to start doing pigs. I might do. What food they take. Alright. Well, as we've seen before, we're not going to be able to spread over that. As far as precision farming is concerned, no. And so is the field. Looking good. Where is it? Tree. Sugar beets go off and start to roar if they freeze in the door too many times. Makes complete sense. Alright, give this all a quick hose down. Put it all away. Right. Yes, like I said, unfortunately no stream on Sunday. I'd love to, we're not going to be around, so back to normal-ish next week. All going to plan. List of things I want to do, so we'll work our way through those. Back into some gameplay as well. I want to get back to Tahington County, carry on that series, carry on doing this as well. Back with FSG on our Hilly Farms very, very soon. So plenty to keep us busy, along with trying to catch up. A bit of a summary of all the news we've heard from FarmCon on FS22. Maybe what we haven't heard about. Might discuss some of those things too. So that's my plan for next week to get into those. I've actually got a couple of maps to do some tours on too, which is exciting. So I'll be trying to get that done as well. Need to keep. Need a cash crop, money beans. I don't know, so I've heard that these are the cash crop on this one. But we could give soybeans a run. What about the cash crop that Kiwi's talking about? 5-leaf tomato plants. What is that? Smokable one, Ryan. Why are you cleaning? I heard there was a achievement on the new game for using a pressure washer or something like that, so getting some practice in. Hey Messi, how you doing? A green leafy one that you can smoke. Haha. 1, 2, 3, 4. They were in my luggage. And then my wallet is jam-packed full of FarmCon ones. And then I think I've found 2 Argsy gaming stickers that were pulled off and stuck in my luggage as well. Unless there's somewhere I haven't looked. That's what I've found so far. Thank you, Neil. I didn't even cross my mind leaving my stuff and having those guys in the bedroom I was sleeping in that would happen. It's called medicine, it's good. Good old tomato plant. One. Right. Let's go and have a look over here. So this crop is, what growth stage is this at? 5 of 6. So good. Too far away from being harvestable out of the birds. This is 2 of 4. Some weeds in it. I'll just take the hit on the weeds this time around. Been told many times it's not worth spraying them. Cost and the drop in yield isn't worth it. So it's 3 of 8. Canola is actually slow growing. Yeah, chickpeas, soybeans. Oh, see that. So corn or sorghum. Get some sorghum for our base. Wheat and barley. We've got canola growing. I don't have any root crops. But maybe we get some. We can split in it. Anyhow, I'm going to get some pigs. Go right in here. Tested this. Got the expandable pastures. 3D pigs. The pig pen. Go to this one with 150,000. And you need 150. I'm going to get all Jeremy Clarkson on this. It's going to go and sit in here somewhere. Let's get those feeders in the middle. That's where we need to feed them. That's going to be our pig pen back here. Maybe Maybe could do one, and then we can use expandable pastures to make it bigger anyhow. Or big capacity for you, so build that area up. And yeah, go from here. Maybe something to be able to do those. What a time to come back when we talk about human remedies. I know, right? Well, I've got a T, so don't mind defense. I was left unsupervised. To wear it when she's not with you. Oh, very nice. No, you can't leave them unsupervised. Alright, I'm actually looking forward to seeing FarmCon's studio tour of FSG's studio when he does that. It'll be a bit of a laugh. Right, well, I think I've managed to last almost 2 hours, which surprised me. But that's a good spot to finish things off. We'll be back next Wednesday. Get the planters out. Get that going. Another crop in, and then yeah, get things ready for pigs, get things ready. We might even, but always, let's go in and buy some. What, 1,000 litres, 9 grand. Let's see. Be cheaper ways, go on some mods and find a cheaper way to buy. 1,000 litres is $1,000 for that one. Eggs, 1,000 litres, $900. Figured that one out. We'll see. We'll figure something out. Anyhow. Perfect time to say goodbye. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been a blast to have you here. If you haven't already dropped a like, don't forget to do that. And yeah, it's been good to get back. Thank you all again for your messages and support while I was away, and yes, for having you all here and giving me the opportunity to go and do those fun things. Yeah, if you ever get the chance, I'm not recommend going to FarmCon enough. It's just it's a cool experience. It's a cool couple of days. It's getting to hang out with people. The English community is really supportive, so welcoming, inviting. If you wanted to come and hang out with us and have a beer, more than happy to do that. So yeah, get the chance to do it. And on the back of that, I'm hoping sometime, might not be till next year, maybe after the games come out or something like that, we might do a meetup for Kiwis, something like that. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, perfect time to say goodbye. Like I said, not around this weekend, but we'll get back into it all properly next week. So thank you. It's awesome to meet you as well, Neil. It's always great to put faces to names and people you hear about all the time. Yeah, it's great to see you as well, Mark. It's an awesome few days. I saw Kartik's short today of the pinball. So, not pinball, the foosball. We should have really had a couple more games and made it a bit more of an even tournament, but it is what it is. Right, you guys all take care. Have a good rest of your week. We will catch up with you next week. Until then, have a good one. See ya. Bye.